Welcome to the Ontario Mortgage and Real Estate Insights podcast, your go-to source for the latest developments, trends, and regulatory changes in the industry. I'm your host, Steve Hamoen, here to provide you with insights sourced from reputable news outlets to help you stay informed and make well-informed decisions.
This podcast is brought to you by Real Approved Incorporated, a trusted mortgage brokerage dedicated to helping Canadians achieve their home ownership dreams. Visit realapproved.ca to learn more about how our experienced team can assist you with your mortgage needs. Let's dive into today's episode.
Today, we're looking at some remarkable growth in the housing market in Ottawa. The Canada Mortgage and Housing Corporation reports that housing starts in Ottawa have increased by a staggering 68% in the first 7 months of 2025, compared to the same period last year.
That's really impressive, Steve. It's heartening to see such growth, especially when it means more homes for families and individuals in Ottawa. It speaks to a strong demand and the community's growth.
Absolutely, Janine. The numbers are quite significant. From January through July 2025, there were 6,314 housing starts, up from 3,750 during the same period last year. That's quite the jump.
And in July alone, there were 1,164 housing starts. That's a 13% increase from June 2025 and a 27% increase from July 2024. It's great to see such momentum.
While Ottawa is seeing this surge, it's interesting to note that Gatineau experienced a 16% decline in housing starts, with 1,571 starts this year compared to 1,861 last year. It highlights a regional difference in growth dynamics.
That's true, Steve. As much as we celebrate Ottawa's growth, it's important to consider the broader regional context. Each area has unique challenges and opportunities.
On a national level, the Canada Mortgage and Housing Corporation notes that actual housing starts were up 4% year over year in centres, with populations of 10,000 or greater. This shows a trend of growth not just in Ottawa, but across many parts of the country.
It's encouraging to see that nationally, too. The year-to-date total was 137,875, up 4% from the same period in 2024. There's a lot of activity happening, which is promising for the housing market.
Tanya Barasa Ochoa, the Deputy Chief Economist at the Canada Mortgage and Housing Corporation, mentioned that these results are reflective of investment decisions made months or even years ago. It's a reminder of how past market conditions and builder sentiment continue to influence current trends.
That's a great point, Steve. It shows how interconnected and forward-thinking the housing market is. Decisions made in the past can have a lasting impact on the present and future.
And to wrap up this segment, the seasonally adjusted annual rate of housing starts for Ottawa in July 2025 was 13,869 units, up 14% from June. This statistic gives us an idea of the annual total if this level of activity continues.
Yes, it's a useful way to understand potential future trends. It's all about keeping an eye on the numbers and understanding what they mean for our communities and the market as a whole.
Let's take a closer look at the recent report from the Canada Mortgage and Housing Corporation regarding the annual pace of housing starts in July. The agency noted a 4% increase from June, with the seasonally adjusted annual rate sitting at 294,085 units for July, up from 283,523 in June.
That's an encouraging sign, Steve. It shows that there's steady growth in housing construction, which could mean more opportunities for families looking to settle down. It's always heartening to see progress in this area, as it often indicates a robust housing market.
Absolutely, Janine. The numbers show a clear upward trend. Specifically for Canadian centres with populations of 10,000 or greater, the seasonally adjusted annual pace was 273,618 units, marking a 5% rise from June's figures.
I think it's important to also look at the rural areas. The annual pace of rural starts was estimated at 20,467 units. While it might seem smaller in comparison, rural development plays a crucial role in supporting communities outside the major urban centers.
That's a good point, Janine. The report also highlights that actual housing starts in July for centers with populations of 10,000 or greater were 23,464 units, which is a 4% increase from the 22,610 units recorded in July 2024. This kind of growth can signal confidence in the market.
Yes, and looking at the 6-month moving average, the overall seasonally adjusted annual rate of housing starts for all areas was 263,088 units in July, up 3.7% from June. It's a steady climb that reflects ongoing investment and development in the housing sector.
The data from the Canada Mortgage and Housing Corporation is certainly promising. It suggests that the housing market is on a positive trajectory, with investments continuing to bolster housing starts across the country. It's essential to keep monitoring these trends as they evolve over the coming months.
Absolutely, Steve. It's crucial to have a balanced perspective on these developments, considering both urban and rural growth, to understand the full picture of the housing market. This information can help potential homeowners and investors make more informed decisions.
Now let's shift our focus to an intriguing development in the Ontario real estate sector concerning cash transactions. According to recent figures, Ontario real estate agents reported just 8 large cash transactions to the Financial Transactions and Reports Analysis Centre of Canada, or FINTRAC, over the past year. This is a substantial decrease from previous years.
That's quite a drop, Steve. It's interesting to see such a low number of reports, especially considering the high risk of money laundering in the real estate market. It seems like this decline might be tied to brokerages implementing no-cash policies, asking clients to use bank drafts or certified checks instead of cash.
Exactly, Janine. The Ontario real estate sector submitted 8 reports of large cash transactions in 2024 to 2025, compared to 25 in 2023 to 2024 and 16 in 2022 to 2023. This shift towards non-cash transactions could be a significant factor in the decrease. The no-cash policy seems to be gaining traction among businesses as a way to combat illicit funds.
And with the ongoing efforts to tackle money laundering, the Ontario Real Estate Association has been advocating for a beneficial ownership registry using the land title system, similar to what British Columbia has implemented. This could help address issues like shell companies buying real estate.
That's a valid point, Janine. It's worth noting that the Real Estate Council of Ontario, or RECO, updated its inspection process to include reviewing compliance with FINTRAC reporting obligations after being criticized for its ineffectiveness in policing the industry. They even developed a course for real estate agents on compliance requirements.
It's reassuring to see these steps being taken. The shift towards electronic funds transfers due to COVID-19 has also contributed to the decrease in cash transactions. RECO inspectors have not identified cash deposits exceeding $10,000 in their reviews, which indicates a move towards more transparent transactions.
Yes, and while FINTRAC did not provide data on large cash transaction reports from British Columbia, it's clear that the Ontario market is making strides in reducing the risk of money laundering. As the industry continues to evolve, these measures will be crucial in maintaining integrity and trust.
Absolutely, Steve. It's important for both the industry and consumers to have confidence in the market's transparency and fairness. Hopefully, these efforts will continue to strengthen the real estate sector in Ontario.
Thanks for tuning in to another episode of the Ontario Mortgage and Real Estate Insights podcast. We hope you found today's insights valuable as you navigate the world of mortgages and real estate.
Before you go, a quick reminder, Real Approved is here to make your mortgage journey smoother. Whether you're buying your first home or refinancing, their experienced team is ready to guide you with personalized support every step of the way. Visit realapproved.ca to get started and take the next step toward achieving your homeownership goals. Catch you next time and stay informed with the latest industry insights.